Guys, so I finished the 4 negative space line drawings. And what I want to do is when I get this guy set up, after I create the squares and I find an object I can work from, and if you guys have a chair, just do different sections of the chair, divide the rectangle up, right? You can start, as you can see, well, I don't know if you'll be able to see this in the video until I start building values and textures in the negative spaces. But anyway, I started on in the top left. I started over in here, right? And I came up around, back, followed that guy back and up, right? And then I got a little bit of this area in down in here. So you definitely want to take it a little bit at a time, right? So if it doesn't fit on, you don't have to put it so the whole object fits on in that rectangle, right? That's actually not what I want. I want you guys to start dividing this rectangle up so that you create some kind of composition, all right? So when you get all 4 line drawings done, then you go in and you grab, one is going to be with Conte, one's going to be with Graphite Bar 6B and 4B pencil, one's going to be with 2B, 4B, 6B charcoal pencil, and then you leave one just as a line. And what I want you to do is to, when you get here, you go like, you know what? I'm going to leave that one as a line because that shows me that I'm seeing the negative spaces and I like how it's divided up just as a line drawing, and I have good variety of shapes in there, right? So I'm going to start with Conte, and I know what I need to do. So I'm not going to worry about which one because I don't need to follow up in here with what I described them. That's just the list of what I want to do. So I'm going to go up in here with Conte. And now remember how I'm talking about edges are really need to be sharp? I'm thinking about how sharp those edges need to be. So when I go in there, I'm going to build this guy up light first, right? And it's only Conte, so I'm going to think, all right, I'm going to try to do something with the texture, and I might even think about doing something with pattern in here. So I'm gonna just take my time and get a layer in here first, right? And it's kind of like painting. When I talk about to my painting class, I'm like, build it up a little bit at a time. You don't have to go diving in there and get everything filled in right away. You don't have to build up big textures right away. You want to take your time with it. It's kind of like cooking. I talked tons about that, about how drawing's like cooking. You're using different ingredients and herbs and spices, and you just don't want to cram them in there. Like, let's take salt. You know, salt's great. It helps bring out the flavor of the food, but if you cram it, if you slam the recipe or what you're cooking with salt, then it's like gross, isn't it? Yeah. So there you can see it happening, right? So I get in there and I go like, okay, I'm not sure what I want to do. I'm going to mess around a little bit, but I'm going to mess around in a way that I can start to really build some kind of something happening in here with the marks. Like they feel like they're important. That's what I've been talking to my painting class about. The marks want to really feel like they're important, right? So I got an overall value there. And so I think, okay, I got that nice value in there. So I can do something in here. I can start to create shapes in here if I want. Like in a general way. So let's say I bring this around in here, right? I'm going to bring this around in here. I'm going to bring it here. I'm going to darken it up down in here. Now, since I just said that, I'm thinking about a gradient, right? And you can get darker values with a Conte. You just have to press a little harder, build up a little bit more. So I'm going to go in here. I'm going to go in here, right? I'm going to go in here, sharpen up that line, right? Get that value in there. That's starting to feel nice and rich in there, right? And then I'm going to go out in here, and I'm going to think about that gradient I was talking about. So it goes lighter up in this top hand corner, right? Now I know I have one with I need to do pencil, and I think I can get more variety of texture and maybe even use some shapes in there. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to go over here. And I'm looking to build a gradient, like I said, darker. And as it moves up into the right-hand corner, top right-hand corner, it gets dark. It gets lighter, right? So I'm in here. And I'm there. And I'm going to go in here. So when you're just learning how to, just make something feel like it really belongs in there. Whether it's a value, pattern, texture. So there's my first one. Now I can leave that as is and come back later when I have an idea, and that's fine. And here I got some stuff to do. Here's the charcoal pencil, and here is the 4B and 6B graphite bar in this one, if I want, right? So there you go. There's the first one, right? Might go in here and clean this up because I like nice sharp edges. All right. There we go. All right, so that's that one. So remember, you can go 4 drawings first. And then when you get them done, then you can decide what's going where. One is 2B, 4B, 6B charcoal pencils, Conte, and then 4B, 6B graphite bar in the other one. And I still haven't, that one I'm leaning to leave it by itself. I don't know, maybe I leave this one by itself. I'm not sure. Anyway, so that's that. I'm going to load this one up, and then I'm going to come back and talk to you some more, and I'm going to work on the pencil or the charcoal pencil. All right? See you soon, guys.